Scooter.
Hello there, Sparky. And the gate is officially rolling on Classic Radio Roundup.
Roger, Dodger on the Watergate.
Well, while we're here, how's this radio sounding?
It sounded good. I tuned my frequency on my receiver to what you were putting out over there, so I hope you're doing alright.
What are you saying? It's off frequency then?
I can't tell. It seems a little, my dial's a little off, but I'll be able to tell when Sparky talks. Okay, see what happens. Thank you for the gate.
Well, it is a phase lock loop type radio, so it being off frequency, it's not like it's a crystal radio. But that's something to check out. I haven't had the radio that long to fully check it out. But as long as my audio is not under or overdone, is really what my first concern.
That sounds pretty spot on over here. Sparky was in there, and I didn't have to move the dial at all.
Roger. 10-4. Anybody want to take a guess?
Swan 240?
No, it's not a Swan. And I have a Swan 260, but it will not do these frequencies. Nor will it do AM. I'll give you a hint. Glowing glass tubes, 40 channels. Brigger!
I don't know, is it one you were talking about getting the other day? Maybe something?
Yep, you're getting warmer.
Numbers consecutive?
It was a double, and a messy one at that.
A robin?
No, but you're getting warmer, and he misspoke. There was no robin.
Oh, because I was going to say a 123. Oh well.
Gemtronics GTX 5000.
That's cool. All the same platform.
Yeah. And sitting right next to it is a cream puff, working fine business old man, Shakespeare 740.
I haven't heard cream puff for a long time.
And along with that haul came a 3-knob radio, 13890 or 879B Midland base station, and a Hallicrafters CB3A little phone base station, 8-channel crystal jobby.
Oh, is that the one where you turn the dial and the actual display flops?
Well, no, it's not a flippity flop. You turn the channel selector, and in the display it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Oh, okay, that may be older then. Is the Shakespeare Panasonic chassis?
Shakespeare is exactly the same as the Gemtronics on the insides.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm trying to picture the speaker grill like a bunch of holes.
You saw Shakespeare 740. I was trying to sell my one that I had a couple of times. I had it up at Sellersville at one time, and then up at Kutztown a couple of times. Nobody wanted it. I still have it. But that one's got a small receive issue where the audio is not completely clear. But transmit's fine. But this one works perfect. What's going on there, bagger of sand?
Well, it's classic radio roundup, man.
Indeed it is classic radio roundup complete with video gate.
Wow, very good.
And on my newly acquired Gemtronics GTX 5000.
That's what you're on right now?
That's what I'm on right now with a handheld D104.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it looks like the S meter needs some straightening out because it's acting weird. But other than that, the thing works fine.
That's good. So I guess you made that deal you were telling me about.
I indeed made the deal. And I got a clean puff, full working order Shakespeare 740, as opposed to my 740 that works fine except for the shattered received audio. A Midland 13879B 3-knob base station radio, and a Hallicrafters CB3A 8-channel.
I got one of those 879s, but mine I think's the A model.
And what's the difference between an 879A and B? Any ideas?
Yeah, maybe update it for more power output.
Well, somebody put a knob on the side for extra channels to get 40 channels. They got a whole roadmap, you know, paper on top of the radio, but you change the knob around and it doesn't change anything. So I haven't opened it up yet.
Maybe you gotta be on certain channels to make it work.
Oh, or maybe that's it. But it didn't seem to do anything when I initially tested it. Yeah, I didn't really read the roadmap carefully.
Yeah, you probably gotta be on like 1, 2, 3, and 4 or something, or 21, 22, 23, you know, and that group there.
Oh, I was on channel 15 and flipped the switch around and nothing changed. So, okay, maybe I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, because it's crystal controlled, so usually they put all the crystals on one spot, so it'll be, you know, channel 1 through 4 or something.
Well, in any case, it works also. I haven't checked out the Hallicrafters yet. As luck would have it, no channel 13 crystal. And it doesn't have a tunable receiver, so you gotta have the transmit and receive crystal.
Oh, that's a less than 23 channel.
Yeah, it's only 8.
And without a tunable one, you need the receiver, and that's going to be the problem because it's probably maybe an oddball IF.
Yeah, I didn't. That's sort of like, I like poo-pooed that, and I poo-pooed the Midland, and I made them the offer based on the Panasonic chassis radios.
Yeah. Well, those two, the Gemtronics, now, is that Gemtronics, is that 40 or is that 23?
It's the 5000, it's the 40 channel. You pull the covers off, and it looks the same damn radio as the Shakespeare on the inside.
Oh, yeah, sure. They're identical Panasonic chassis. Oh, so 240 channel versions, huh? That's not bad. Yeah, that right there is worth it. You know, the Midland is kind of like a Gonzo 3-knob radio, and the other one's kind of cool because it's an old Hallicrafters, but, you know, it's kind of like it's kind of like your Metro Tech, you know, it's not fancy, but it's kind of cool for its own reasons.
Yeah. I basically made him the offer on the two Panasonic chassis. I said, like, them other two radios, like, they'll be fun to play with, but they're not worth anything, in all honesty. And he says, we'll just take them anyway. I said, okay. So I made him the offer on these two and brought them home. And I had to wire up a mic for the Gemtronics, but I already had one wired up for the Shakespeare.
That's funny. They're identical radios, but they're all wired the same.
I mean, they're laid out the same, you know, other than the silk screen on the face panels and the speaker grill. All the knobs are in the exact same place.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of people were surprised, you know, that there were so many different brands of radios out there, and the reality was that even though there was a lot of brands out there, they were only made by a handful of people.
I think there must be no less than 8 name brands on these Panasonic chassis radios.
And there's some minor differences between some of them, the older ones. But yeah, I mean, you know, Lafayette was in that court, and RCA had some, and Gemtronics, and Shakespeare, and Robin, and T-Berry had, I think, one. There was a bunch.
Yeah, T-Berry was the one I was going to say. I thought you were going to miss that one, but yeah. And wasn't there a Lafayette one too, or no?
Yeah, I bet mentioned, Lafayette, the Comstat 25 series was all Panasonic made. Probably the other ones were too. They were just a slightly different design. You know, the Comstats were pretty much identical to all these other ones, like the HB 444s and whatnot. That was a slightly different design. I'm not sure what that crossed over to. That seemed to be slightly better quality.
Well, anyway, I went over and took a look and put them in the trunk. And my B&W is getting looked at by some old-timey professional tube radio guys.
And it's going to be something really simple, I can guarantee you.
It's something that I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't find it. I overlooked it. I tried all kinds of... No, couldn't figure it out. I don't know. So maybe he can.
Did you explain to him exactly what you did?
Yep, and he didn't even seem interested. He was like, we'll just make a project out of it. We'll get it figured out. Him and another buddy of his, they do this stuff just for entertainment value.
Well, hopefully they don't work like I do.
In fact, he said he thinks the guy's coming over tomorrow, and they're going to start working on it tomorrow or Friday when the weather's nice, because he's got to work in his garage.
Well, with all these people hunkering down because of the virus, I guess, you know, they need something to do.
Yeah, so, you know, I killed two birds with one stone.
Yeah, hopefully Sunday or so I'll get a shot at this transverter of yours and put that other part in there, and maybe it'll work more better.
More better is always better.
Good evening. Yeah, I'll check it, you know, as it sits, and then I'll swap it out and see if there's a gain in power.
I think there was a breaker. That sounded like Gene. Is that you, Gene?
No, it's a pipe buster.
Oh man, your voice sounds just like some other guy. Hello, Bite Buster.
Yeah, a little bit of noisy on this end. Got some other locals on other channels, but I figured I'd stop in there. It's actually Wednesday, and I know it's Wednesday. Sometimes this day goes right by.
Man, there was some big-time noisy skipland just a little while ago.
Well, I think we're going to get a little bit of rain tonight and tomorrow.
One doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the other, but okay.
Well, sometimes before the storm you get a little bit of skip.
And there's been plenty of times where there's been clear skies and plenty of skip too. So, because it's going to be sunny, that means skip?
Yeah, has to do with weather conditions sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Who knows when it's going to happen? I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's ways that you can predict it. But anyway, so who else is all in there, man? It's got a lot of sandbaggers or what?
Well, that's why they call it sporadic E. It's not easily predicted. They have theories of why it is, but no firm anything. But yeah, Sparky's in here, and oh heck, I can't think of his name, but he's here.
Wow.
No, not you, Sandbagger, my other neighbor.
Oh no. Skeeter?
Skeeter, that's it. I couldn't pull that out.
Oh, he's hiding. I didn't even know he was in there. Oh, Skeeter. How you doing, Sandbagger? I've been in here. Listen, I've had it on quite a few times. I just ended up watching TV, but I am in here. Well, that's what I was saying earlier, you know, with everybody hunkering down for this virus, it's a good excuse to get on the radio. That's right. It's the COVID-19 Classic Radio Roundup.
I think I found my new work radio.
What, that Shakespeare?
No, the Gemtronics.
That one's green, isn't it?
No, it's mostly silver with a black case and black trim. But some jackwagon drilled 2 holes in the front of it for reasons that are not apparent.
Well, that sucks. Giving people more the finish of a perfectly good radio.
Yeah, and it's not even clean. You know, it's like this hack job, drill job. Like, are you serious? So anyway, it's not train approved cosmetically. I guess if you just taped over them holes, then it would be. But what the heck are the holes for?
Well, when they put switches in there, it's usually for two reasons: either high-low power or extra channels.
There's no switches, just holes, and they're like the size. Well, the holes are not much bigger than a 1/4 inch phono jack hole, but the holes in the actual faceplate are probably bigger.
Yeah, sounds like your typical Radio Shack size double pole, double throw switch. Some miniatures.
I guess. Like, other than that, the radio's in good shape. But like, I saw that, like, man, really? So anyway.
Maybe they were trying to let the bad juju out of it.
Oh well, sometimes you get a pristine one, and sometimes not.
It works fine and it's clean otherwise, so I'm pleased. I didn't have to do nothing to it, but it does have the dreaded .1 caps in it.
Well, yeah, they're 40 channels, so they still have a little bit of life left in them. They're going to blow probably soon in the next year or two.
Well, I know what lies in my future, but the thing seems to put out good power and good audio.
Still using the 6AQ5 for a modulator?
Yes, no, 6BQ5 modulator and final.
That must be the later production. Yeah. They switch back and forth for whatever reason. I don't know if it was cost or availability or what. I've seen some where they stamped the chassis where the audio output tube is, and of course, the 6AQ5 is a smaller 7-pin, and the 6BQ5 is a 9-pin. So the hole's obviously bigger for the socket. And there for a while they were, putting the 9-pins in there, and then I've seen the 9-pin hole stamped in the chassis with the 7-pin socket in there with like an adapter or whatever, and it was riveted in place, and they still have the 6AQ5. So they seem to go back and forth with those tubes. Not quite sure, again, if it was related to availability or price or what, because they both have similar specs as far as power output goes. There's really no advantage to one over the other.
Yeah, I had them both opened up, checking, just visually checking things out, and yeah, they're the 6BQ5 modulator and final. And the Hallicrafters has the 12AQ5 for the modulator, and I think it's a 6AW something or other, something like that, 6GW maybe? I forget now, but it's one of them oddball finals.
6CW or something.
I'm kind of forgetting now. I can look real quick.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't really, there are certain ones that I know for the popular radios, and then the others are kind of they don't stick in the gray matter. Break. Break. You're talking about the 6DW8. Bye-bye.
That's it, 6AW8.
That's it. Bye-bye. Pretty much similarly spec too. Although that general radio telephone MC11, that got some beef in it because you jump out one resistor and the thing puts out 25 watts of carrier or something.
Wow, that's too much drive for my amplificationer.
Yeah, but back in the day when people didn't run them, that was a nice little mod, because that's good for a 6 dB boost, easily. A whole less unit worth of jump over stock. That's impressive for just coming out of the radio.
Yeah, and it's not Toshabi.
Yeah, back in the 60s, that's an awesome mod there.
Speaking of mod, this thing's got some daggone receive audio too. Blow you out of your chair if you're not careful.
Yeah, they got good receivers though. My Lafayette Comstat 25 is a nice has a nice audio output. Good to listen to. And I did a lot of listening on it because that was my primary radio from I guess 1974 to 1976.
Yeah. When I first got the Shakespeare up and running and testing, I got on channel 15 and I was hollering, and I was able to make it down there, no trouble, due to my other friends down in Delco.
Yeah, you have like dual citizenship.
Kinda, I do, dual residency.
Yeah, kind of reminds me when I was a teenager. I had two groups. I had the group at home, and then a couple of guys I knew up at the lake. We had a little setup up there, and that was interesting.
Well, it's easier to get those guys' attention down there now from up here because they know me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, we'll leave that for someone else to judge.
That's right. No, this is a judgment-free zone, like Planet Fitness.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Evening, fellas.
What's going on there, Ranger?
Buddy.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, is you is or is you ain't.
You sound alright?
Sound perfectly fine. Well, you're right.
PC66.
Let me guess. You found that in the trash can, right?
No, this was actually given to me.
Almost as good.
If it's for me, it's for me.
Exactly. Ooh, is that my good buddy Blue Max? You can't afford to do that. You don't have enough audio. The only thing we'll catch is a bad case of the skeeves. Well, that's good because we can laugh at you too. That can happen very soon.
I'm still real busy. Yeah, I don't know. We're C&D, we're not MSW, which is a big difference in the trash business. But now we're still busy. We're seeing a lot of contractors still and everything.
There you go.
I guess you would have to shut down the Home Depots and the Lowe's and the home improvement stores for us to shut down too much.
these tires, I would say it's necessary.
Bybuster.
Well, God bless you, and I hope you can stay healthy.
Well, they're making us wash our hands and stuff before we walk through the door. They actually have a guard there watching. Like a negative pressure kind of a thing. Which you shouldn't take any chances. Off before I leave and then wash my hands before I get to my car. Was that you I heard today yelling for me there, Buster? Yeah, that was me, and you know what? There was a kind of noise going up that hill as I was driving away. I wasn't sure if it was you or not. Yeah, no, I was trying to get back to you, but there was guys talking on my end, and as soon as I turned around, you were gone.
Does Ranger sound normal to all you guys?
No, he sounds nice and loud.
Yeah, he sounds completely distorted on my radio. I'm just wondering if it's me or him.
Well, it's me, but
Not more shattered.
this is the classic radio roundup.
It's not shattered. It's like front end overload almost, or audio overload, something. Just wondering if it's me or him.
Is it better?
No.
Yeah, it's the roundup.
Yes, it's Classic Radio Roundup, 27.115 on your AM dial.
How about there?
You got corona disease. Your microphone does.
There's so much doubling going on, I ain't sure.
I'm with the wave.
Operator! What's going on, Skeeter?
Operator! What's going on, Ron?
Nothing much. There's good old Ron. About good. You ain't sick, are you? I don't think I have anything like that, but it's like a head cold. It's the start of it. Might be allergies, man, because mine are starting to flare up. Dog is sneezing like crazy.
Well, it'll clear the lines out in any line you're in.
It's pollen 2020.
Okay, we'll get back on Classic Radio Roundup. I'm back out.
Yeah, we got COVID-19 and pollen 20.
264.
Times 50, right?
Hey, what's your 20, by the way?
Guys got a whole bunch of trying to check in here on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Well, people in line, go wash your hands and step in line. When you're done, you can come back in.
410. Alright, is it better?
Yes, it is, Ranger. You're really vibrating my speaker over here.
Not bad.
Yeah, a whole lot of mid-range.
Yeah, it's much better. It doesn't sound like my speaker's about to blow up.
We can go down some more. Hello, Classic Radio Roundup. You're 64 Jake up here.
Yeah, you're real low now. For me, anyway. Yeah, you don't want to go any lower.
Yeah, you can't even come up a touch. But there's somebody out there in the distance jumping up and down. Who's that?
Sound like Jake from State Farm.
Shakespeare. Hey, Father, you got a better copy on the flat side?
Yeah, I got you there, Jake from State Farm. Thought that was you jumping up and down. What's going on?
No, I figured I'd switch over to the flat side because you would got a better copy on the flat break.
Hey, that's probably because my antenna's hanging out at 45 degrees. The next big wind, I think it's coming down.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Ah, I'm doing good as long as my antenna stays up there.
You got backup anyway.
Yeah, I got a backup antenna, but yeah, there's a kink in my mast, and there wasn't a kink before, but it's kinked now.
So you have kinky mast?
Yeah, it's going down.
When did that start?
2 years ago. Yeah, but only recently I noticed a kink in the mast. So when I get weekends again, I'll have to take it down, and I could just cut that section off and start over.
Well, that's good. Would that be a 45-degree angle? Excuse me.
Keep it busy there, Skeeter.
How do the rates so good up here?
640, 200 gun.
Oh, 200.
I'm back out the way, I'll see you.
Yep, we're coming up.
I guess you went for his fish stick.
I guess somebody got a copy on my vertical. I'll back out.
I hear you on your vertical, but you are louder on that flat side to me.
Yeah, we're Say, look here, look here. Oh, he's probably lost.
No, it's not.
What do you say? Which one hits him better, the vertical or the beam? My beam hits him better because it is intact.
Everything that dirtball sells is rare. He probably put a TRC-30A out there and claimed it was rare.
That's not what's familiar, isn't it? Okay.
Just because something's rare, don't make it valuable.
Hey, you know what? You're rare, so that makes you valuable to me, bud.
Wow, talk about feast or famine.
And then it got quiet.
Yeah, I just might take this one down to my other QTH.
Yeah. Well, what do you got down there now? You got that JCPenney sideband radio, don't you?
No, it's just a JCPenney 23 AM, but it's the transceiver scanner. Yeah, it scans channel 9. Whoop-dee.
Okay. Well, whatever works down here.
Well, the thing is loud, that's for sure. It does work. So I got no real complaints.
Yeah, those Hitachi chassis radios.
I could just start doing a rotation deal,
Nothing wrong with that. You get tired of one, you swap it out for another. That's the nice thing about having a collection.
Yeah, maybe that's where that Midland 3-knob might go. No, I gotta keep that here for 3-knob night.
Yeah, I got a bunch of candidates for that. Got a couple 3-knob mobiles, and I guess that's my only 3-knob base. Because even the TRC-30, that's 4-knob.
And I think currently that's my only true 3-knob radio.
Yeah, that's got the same chassis in it as the Royce 1-600 mobile, which I also have one. That's a 3-knobber. The freaking SPE Cortez is a 3-knobber, believe it or not. I always thought that was a step up, and you look at it, it's like, wait a minute, it's only a 3-knobber.
Well, the Gemtronics, it's only 4 knobs, 2 switches.
Yeah, the switches kind of, put it into a slightly better class, it's only 3 knobs, but it's got 2 switches.
The Midland came with its stock mic, but the Hallicrafters didn't, nor did either of these Panasonics.
Well, that's not all that hard to remedy.
Oh no. When it came to these Panasonic radios, I didn't care about the mics anyway. I knew what I was gonna do.
What channels are in the helicopters?
Channel 1, 8, 9, 15, 17. I think that's all I remember. I know there's a couple more.
I've got 15. You can take that to work and talk to No Streak with it.
I thought of that. Yeah, that's a candidate to take down there. Nobody's gonna steal that.
No, but somebody's liable to borrow it to use as a doorstop.
Are you on that Tar Heel CB group or no on Faceplant?
Tar Heel? I don't think so. There's just too many CB groups. People keep suggesting them to me, and I go like, not interested in that one. More, waving the hand, talking, all knobs to the right and everything. I like the antique radio group that Crazy Bob runs, and a couple of the others that are more geared towards, old time stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think you were on that one. I'll have to post it on Show and Tell. I think you're on that one.
Yeah, I probably member like 5 or 6 groups. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I'll post pictures up on Show and Tell.
Yeah, I'm also on the Tram, Browning, and Sonar group, and I think one other.
And Show and Tell is probably the biggest one on the web.
Yeah, that one's got a large following for sure.
I'm also a member of the Lafayette Club, and then he puts it smaller and all of the radio. I'm like, what's the point of that then? You can show me, but I won't follow, buddy.
Do you know TTI, Jerry?
I never met him personally, but I know who he is.
Yeah, okay, you've talked to him and whatnot. Well, he's where these came from. Oh, I'm supposed to pass out. He's got a Kenwood 940S, I think that's right. Big, high quality HF rig with built-in tuner, blah-de-de-blah, cream puff condition. And he wants $350 for it. I thought that was a pretty good price.
Yeah, if it's fully working, that's a darn good price.
So, if I had the coin, I would have bought that too, but I don't have the coin right now. But if anybody's interested, man, that's a nice radio for the price. Blah-de-de-blah.
Yeah. I forget, is that a hybrid radio with, tube outputs, or is that totally solid state at that point?
It's totally solid state. I think it's a 200 watt radio, but I'm not sure.
Oh, is it general coverage then?
It is general coverage, yes. It's a big box too, man. It takes up some real estate.
Oh, that's nice then. I'm thinking it was a little older. I was thinking it's, those that have 11 meter in that era.
No, I'd say it's probably in the 90s, mid to late 90s somewhere.
That's a nice radio. And it's a Kenwood, which means the audio is probably superb on it.
Yeah, it's a good looking radio, and I was dialing around with it, and it receives real nice. I didn't do any transmitting with it, but it's got a hot receiver, and he says it's got a roller inductor auto tuner in it. And I didn't know they made such an animal. He says, oh yeah, I can load up a bed spring with that tuner.
Hey, Pete.
What's up, Jake?
Somebody wants to know how the Mars mod done to it.
Dude, back off your mic a little bit. You're blowing up my speaker.
Somebody asked if they got the Mars mod done.
I still don't know what you're saying.
Is that better right there?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know who's got the Mars mod done.
I do not know.
The 11 meter mod. Can it go to 11 meters?
It'll go to 11 meters, but whether it's been modified to transmit there, I do not know, and I would suspect not, knowing the source it's coming from.
Alright, 10-4. Copy that, guys?
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I think he was one of the people that was, let's just say, hot for Gene there for a while back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's entirely possible.
I believe it's true.
Well, I know more than I'm saying, let's just put it that way, but him and I have been friends for a while.
Yeah, he was on one of your video gates, the one that I always check out when, I first debuted the high fidelity radio. He was in there in the beginning of that.
Oh yeah, he's checked in here to the roundup a couple of times. He may even be sandbagging on us right now.
Only the sandbaggers know. Breaker 13, any butt Dutch running any old tube radios?
I am.
What's going on, Pete? How's it going?
What's going on? Coming to you live from my Gemtronics GTX 5000.
That needs no explanation. Ditto. Who was that?
I don't know, he came back, but he got stepped on.
YouTube games count.
I have to say your other radio gave me better signal down here.
Oh, is that, Stingray?
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm putting out the same power I was putting out with the other radio. One Panasonic chassis versus another. Maybe it's just changing conditions. I can't tell you what you're doing up here because the S meter doesn't seem to be working correctly on this one yet. I'll have to figure out why.
Maybe the other radio had more modulation. I have to strain to listen to you.
Well, it was a different mic. I was using a Turner Plus 2 there, and this is a handheld D104 here.
Yeah, I think there might be a problem with that. Like, it seems like your audio is kind of jumping up and down and going from crystal clear to slightly fuzzy.
I wasn't sure if it was me or not.
I think it might be the radio, because I hear changes in things going on over here. There, it changed, and it's oh. Now it's not. Yeah, there's something going on. I think it's the radio.
Well, you can try a different mic. That would kind of prove that. The louder you talk, the more it gets fuzzy.
No, can't try a different mic. This is a one of them. I'm different mic connector wiring orders.
Yeah, I go in there and change the wiring of the radio so it matches all the others.
Yeah, well, I flipped the radio in there like, man, I feel like doing that because you got all this stuff you got to move out of the way and move around and undo this and undo that, and like that's something for another day. I'll just wire up a mic real quick.
Sounds crunchy.
Occasionally, it gets crunchy.
I think it's the radio, not the mic.
It's swinging real good.
Well, I could go over to the Shakespeare. Let's warm the Shakespeare up, and we'll use that one. That one does work fully functional.
Yeah. I guess has that got the same wiring as the Gemtronics, so you can use the same mic on it?
Nope.
Oh, so that one's different yet. Is that one, is that one like the Cobras then?
The Shakespeare, this Shakespeare is like the Cobras. My Shakespeare I had to change to make like the Cobras, so maybe somebody already changed it.
Yeah, somebody else, with the same thought as I would, I always make them so that I don't have to have adapters, all of them like just plug in.
And on that last transmission, I got crunchy at the end, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it on my meter. All right, let me switch over to the Shakespeare then.
Yeah, Roger, right on.
Snow on Monday.
Would that kill the virus?
Does what kill the virus?
Snow on Monday.
Hello, radio.
Yeah.
Shakespeare 740, Panasonic chassis radio. Breaker!
Well, so far that one sounds pretty smooth.
Turner +3. My mic level okay?
You can back it down a tad.
There's a tad.
That's probably good.
Oh, they say the virus does well in the cold. It doesn't do well in the heat and humidity.
That seems to be the case with all viruses. Come around in the cold and go away when it gets hot.
Exactly.
UV rays, hot temperatures, and fresh air just gets rid of them.
Yeah, they say that the temperature, when it's higher, slows the virus down.
Yep, slows it way down.
Well, we need some kind of a break.
Yeah, as the economy goes in the tank.
I know they did say to go easy on the ibuprofen because it lowers your immunity.
Yeah, ibuprofen, they said something about it. The virus and ibuprofen don't mix well.
Yeah, but they've hydrochloroform something form or something, some malaria drugs. They did a clinical trial, and they used a single, a placebo or whatever, and then they used a single malaria drug, and then they used these two malaria drugs. I forget the damn names, something hydrochloroform or I don't know, something like that. But apparently, in 6 days, it knocks it right out.
That's interesting.
I just heard that today. The report came from, I don't know, some super scientist or somebody.
They were claiming, somebody in Australia was claiming they found a cure for it. Maybe that's what they're talking about there.
Yeah, they found that anti-malarial drugs seems to be the key for this one.
And the good news is they already know how to make that.
Oh, it was ethromycin. Ethromycin and this hydrochloroform or hydrochloroform or something like that. When the two are taken together, it knocks it out in 6 days.
It'll be interesting to see what it does for the immunocompromised people, the high-risk people, the ones that have to go to the hospital. If they'll knock it out for them, to prevent it from killing them, that would be really nice. And then it's no worse than any flu,
If I'm not mistaken, isn't ethromycin for pneumonia too? Nah, something like erythromycin or something like that. 'Cause I had malaria, or not malaria, pneumonia before, and I thought it was something like that. I took erythromycin or something like that. It just seemed familiar to me somehow. Maybe I got things mixed up, but maybe it's not. But it's something else. Anyway, well, somebody might know.
I think it was Fender Stratocaster.
What's that all about? Yeah, I mean, so many of these drugs sound similar, you know. You would think they would come out with simpler names, but, you know.
Banger, what kind of radio are you running? That thing sounds awful good this evening.
You shouldn't need to ask that question.
Nobody's been around the block.
Well, I wasn't here earlier. I was making dinner, so I didn't hear it. You did say I didn't hear, but it does sound good. Great.
You should be able to tell by my key up what kind of radio this is. There ain't no other to do that unless you fake it.
Well, there's so many ways to fake that. It could be anything, but that's why I asked, because there is so many ways to fake it on a Browning, Roger.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Browning, Golden Eagle.
I don't know. I got pretty close with the B&W and the Hallicrafters.
The two are not mutually exclusive, but I once ate a BMW along with the Hallicrafters. It didn't taste very good, dear Roger.
Now I got somebody bleeding me over, but making it rough. Yeah, I had a silly comment and it went out of my head because people are bleeding me.
That's not me. Yeah, a little bit of splatter.
That's not me.
This is me, man. I was next door just tuning up. Good evening, fellas. Hello, Night Train.
Hello, Night Train. I heard you.
Geez, you must have a dirty signal.
Evening, Trey.
I was right next door. I just figured I'd do it like, you know, I won't go too far away. But I didn't know I was bleeding, breaker. You got busted. Come on, getting busted. Skeeter, where you been, man? I've been around the block here. I've been listening. Tim Roger, hello Ricky, hello Dave, hello Pete, and I don't know who else is there. Those are the only voices that I've heard. How about me? Oh, hello you. How you doing? Doing just fine. How you doing? I'm doing alright. I tried. This is the third radio I tried tonight, man, to get on the air. This stuff sits there and fails. Yeah, you got some crackles in the background, too. Some dirty mic connections, maybe.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at on my meter. You and Green Dragon, man, with dirty mic contacts. How's this sound, Train? That you, John? Tempo! What's going on? Same old, trying to stay healthy and wealthy. Both seem to be challenging these days. I hear you out there. Pete, I hope you're right about this cure.
I just heard it today from actually two different sources citing the same thing. And one guy, I think, is French. He's got a French-sounding name anyway. But yeah, they say these anti-malarial drugs are promising. So I'm sure there's more to come. Stay tuned.
Well, if it will boost this economy and put this thing back on track, it might be doing something, man, because jobs are canceling out. People are afraid to shake your hand. Oh, I was going to ask you how your business is doing. I guess it ain't doing so well, huh? Well, right now I'm all right, but I did get some cancellations for the future, and I'm afraid that somebody else is going to cancel before I get to their front door. Yeah, you don't need that. No, but so far I've been doing all right, but, you know, I'm watching this thing, and I have to admit it is scary. Yeah, I mean, I'm less afraid of getting sick than I am now I can't handle it anymore. I mean, it's teetering on the edge of total meltdown right now.
And they know it too. Skeeter, what about you? What you been doing, man?
Same old, going to work every day.
You see, that's what happens when you have a luxury position. You got it. The economy is like people don't want wallpaper in the middle of a crisis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they still need steam to heat the building, so I'm good.
They still need their car towed or their truck towed.
You gotta bill it as
And they still need their internet service.
I might have to sell that Afroneptin, whatever that stuff is, Pete, that you're talking about.
I think this could be the answer. That and warmer weather, but this sort of, if this gets out there and it's already gone to clinical trials. They already had a trial with 3 groups of people, and one group got like, you know, a placebo kind of thing. Another group got one of the meds. The other group got 2 of the meds. And the last 2 groups were testing negative after 6 days.
That does sound promising, man. Is this thing still crackling?
Yep.
What about if I hold it by the neck? Does it still crackle?
Yep.
All right, let me get another microphone.
Yeah, put a red tag on that one.
No, this one used to be all right. It just got mad because of neglect, man.
You gotta show them a little love, man. You can't let a classic sit for too long. You gotta show it a little love.
Night train. Night train.
Hey, Bagger.
It's probably changing microphones, but yes.
Hey, Bagger, this is a Fox radio, a CV240.
Fox. I vaguely remember those. They're the same company that made radar detectors.
Did they now? Oh, that's news. Anyway, this one's a Fox a la Dave made, Roger.
A la Dave made.
Yeah, it's like Fox with Dave made behind it. But this one is CV240.
Okay. Well, that sounds okay. No pain, no strain, as they say.
I don't know how old it is. I found it at the flea market and put a D104 M6D on it.
That's a good combination.
Seems to be working.
All right, I'm back on track. Pete, you were going to ask me something?
I was just going to give you fair warning that you might want to clean things up because you're on Videogate, Brigger.
Oh, wow, I came in there stumbling. I guess there's no redemption.
I just thought you might want to be informed.
Yeah, well, this microphone all right?
That one's good. Yeah, you don't want to be caught being untrain approved. That would be bad.
Yeah, we got standards to uphold around here.
Yeah, I hear you. I did. You know, I was getting ready to jump on with that Motorola System 500, and that rascal didn't have adequate audio coming through the speaker. It's like the audio amplifier just took a hit from sitting there. I could hear people talking, but they were like down in the grass. I turned the volume all the way up. They were down in the grass. I could understand what they're saying, but they were distorted. I'm like, man, all this is punishment just for neglect.
Probably got some electrolytic caps that are letting go on the audio amp. Open up, and then that's what happens.
Yeah, the bad news was that Mike's radio repair was supposed to have replaced all of the electrolytics in that particular radio.
Ooh, well then.
How does this System 500 sound?
It sounds good, John. Is that what you're on?
Info! I got the mic back and everything done.
Yeah, yeah, you sound all right because, you know, System 500 is generally pretty bright. Man, mine took a hit, and I didn't do nothing wrong there, Breaker.
Oh, man, what happened to it?
It just don't give me no audio out of the speaker like it should. It gives me maybe about 25%. I mean, I can hear the guys in Philly talking and everything and what they're saying, but it's not clear. It's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like Bagger said, maybe a cap that went. But, you know, I paid good money to have him redo that one.
What about your transmit modulation? Is that still okay, or is that also low?
It showed good on the meter.
Okay, because most radios share duty there. You know, the audio amp is also the modulator. So if one's working very well and the other one isn't, then that kind of narrows down what's going on. You might just have a bad speaker. Did you try an external speaker? Or maybe the jack's dirty. I've had that happen with gets a little bit of corrosion on the external speaker jack, and it makes an intermittent connection, and it gets all crappy like that.
Well, actually, I did both. I did the internal speaker and the external speaker. Same result.
Oh, well, so much for that thought then.
I slapped it, too, a little bit, you know, and that didn't work.
Yeah, slap some sense into it.
All right, I'm on the side. I'm copying the mail.
We got a Bermuda station there for a second.
Bermuda? Good Lord.
They drifted in just for a second.
The Spitfire.
Countywide, you got a knocker.
Countywide.
Why? Probably getting another drink or something.
Townwide.
Can you hear that go? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can hear it. I can't hear his vocals. It's Sandbagger.
Yes?
Oh, well, Stingray down here was asking if I could hear you. And I was telling him I could. He can only hear your ping. He can't hear your audio.
That's strange. But I guess it's understandable when your signal's not all that strong. The ping kind of cuts through all the noise.
Info.
Hello out there, Stingray. Night train waving at you.
Hey, Night Train, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man.
I'm back.
I'm back. What's going on with you, Ricky? Everything all right, man?
Good, man, good. How you making out?
Doing all right, man. It's interesting, Ricky. I found out that my job is not one of those essential kind of jobs, man. It's a luxury, and your people could postpone me.
Well, contracting is it is an ongoing thing. Depending on who you want to work for now, there's a job for them.
Yeah, you know, but I did go look at a job today before I came home. So, you know, it's not like the people are giving up. But I did get like one estimate to cancel out. That was just an estimate. That wasn't the job itself. They said we'll pick it up maybe a few weeks later, see how this thing go. And then I got another lady who said she wasn't scared, but when I came to the door, you know, she wouldn't shake hands. So we would keep our distance and just do business, you know. My husband, he gave me a elbow bump, and that was as good as he got.
Well, sometimes that's all you can ask for right now.
Yeah, I was all right. Give me the job, I'll stay my distance and get it on the wall.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that problem. Anybody within 30, 40 feet of me, I don't shake hands with anyway.
Hey, Roger, you know, you're a distance from those guys on your job. You were up there on that machine, and they're where? Looking at the pile?
Yeah, that's what they're looking at.
9-10-4. I heard from Pocket Changes' his son, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he got one of the radios and he got on the air.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we might just, you know, have a new operator in there.
Yeah, well, we always need a new or another operator. Come on.
It's true, man.
Hey, Train, can you copy this thing barefoot?
Yeah, I copy it. Come on back, Dynadoc.
Just out of curiosity, what's it sound like?
It sounds alright. You know, it's down in the grass right now. You put that Dave May back on there and you'll be in there with the boys.
Well, no, actually, this is a Fox CB240, and I just wonder what it sounded like generally. I thought it would be better to test it barefoot to see what it sounded like.
Is that 23 or a 23 or a 40 channel or bass or mobile?
This one's a mobile unit. I think they made a bass version of the same radio, but this one is a 40 channel, and it's a pretty decent radio, I think. The quality seems okay. I have a D104 M6B on it.
Yeah, the thing sounds like $1 million. It's a keeper. I just never heard of a Fox. But, you know, there's so many out there.
Oh, I know. I've got a couple of Clarion radios laying around. I've got a couple of Vox. I've got TRC 427. These are mostly mobile radios, but this one here, yeah, it seems like it works pretty good. You know, I just threw an M6B on it because the stock, like everybody said, it sounded muddy, so I changed it.
Well, the radio I was using, the GTX 5000, I was using a M6C. I don't know if there's really any difference between a B and a C.
The B is a blank case, and the C is a chrome case. Other than that, the circuitry is the same as far as I know. However, Bagger would know better than I would.
That sounds like a reasonable explanation to me.
You know, I think Bagger would know better than I do.
I'd be willing to bet that's it. Black or chrome.
Yeah, I think you got that one right, Dinah.
That's rare. It's rare when I get something right.
Hey, man, how's the receive on that little thing?
Hey, tongue-in-cheek, firmly planted, but even a broken clock's right twice a day.
That's for sure. Oh, you can ask anybody. I don't know anything about radio.
Question for Skeeter. Skeeter, you still there?
Yeah, sir, I'm still in there.
Have you heard anything from the cameraman?
No, I haven't.
You know, I tried calling a couple of times, you know, and I didn't get any answer, man.
Oh, wow. I hope he's doing fine over there.
Well, Shark did tell me he was in the hospital with the flu, but not the coronavirus now. This was before that. But that he's out, but he also had a little difficulty getting answers on the phone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Do they still go to Burger King on Wednesdays?
Well, in light of everything that's going on right now, that's kind of like, you know, on hold.
Yeah, I didn't know who they go to or went to Burger King with. But, yeah, I haven't talked to them. I haven't heard anything.
Well, it was getting down to where it was just Shark, Brainy, and the Seaman.
10-4. I did see Brainy drive through town once or twice, but that was about it.
Yeah, I seen his head a couple of times go by. I see it sticking up out of the front seat of the truck.
You see his head, you smack it. He's on the passenger side.
Yeah, but that be him, unmistakably. I think I seen his brother one time, man.
Ooh, not Puss.
Yeah, the reason why I say that is because you can't make yourself look like Brainy.
Well, not that you'd want to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this man moved like him, looked like him. I'm like, you know what? That's got to be Brainy's brother.
What was that other fella that had these microphones that we got here? What was his name? Good friends with cameraman and Brainy.
Gary is his name. I did see him. We sat down for a little while over at the McDonald's. You know, I went in there one day. I was playing hooky from work. You know how you leave for work and everything, and then you don't go to work and you go to McDonald's and sit and hang out with the boys.
Yeah, that's him, Gary. Yeah, you're playing hooky.
Yeah, I've been known to hooky, man. You get that little feeling. You know what? I ain't going in.
Yeah. I'm sticking it to the man today.
Where's the millennials at? Are they here today? Are they on the air tonight?
Green Dragon chased them all away.
He is the millennials.
So how is Gary? Does he still sandbag? Is he in there?
Oh, there he is. There he is, y'all. Look out. Yeah, Gary is all right, even though he did go in the hospital for something, but he came through. 10-4?
10, well, that's good news.
Hello, Millennial Base. Wasn't that the dragon?
Thing drops of rain on my window. I guess it's raining out.
It's supposed to pour tonight.
I guess better tonight and tomorrow than Friday.
Hey, Green Dragon. I seen another little cartoon. Well, it wasn't a cartoon. They put it together. The guy I was working for, he's a doctor, and he showed it to me. It was like a group of people standing on the bus stop, you know, in one of those, those glass containers where everybody sit and wait for the bus. And it was this girl. She pulled up, and she was standing not too far from them, and she sneezed, and everybody shot their disinfectant cans at her. All at once. Hey, train.
Smoking.
Yeah, but those survivors, we're the ones that gotta look out. Young people will survive this thing.
Don't you know that's their plot? They want to get rid of us boomers, you know, because we wrecked their lives.
Yeah, and we're destroying the planet and then using up all the Social Security and retirement benefits.
Hey, you guys, stop that. That's mean.
But now they got these malaria drugs that'll work, so I think the crisis will be over soon.
Well, you guys are mean. You want to get rid of me.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to do something, hopefully.
Well, we got the best minds in the planet working on the problem.
Dragon's keyed up.
Yeah, we might run out of toilet paper.
You have to apply to the government, I guess.
The best minds in the planet are working on the problem.
Then that's how you know we're in trouble.
No, that we would be in trouble if the politicians were working on the problem. They're just creating more problems.
I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
Yeah, how'd that work out for the Native Americans?
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, they imposed gun control on them, and they were there to solve their problems. Didn't work out so well.
The government, we're here to help.
point.
Yeah, and it was the chief of the what was that? How's that go, Bagger? The redundancy department. Damn it, I can't come up with it.
You mean the Department of Redundancy Department?
That's the one.
You know, I never knew what the word redundant meant, man. That's not in my vocabulary. I hear people saying, yeah, that's redundant. I mean, I don't know what that word means. Could somebody break that down for me?
Just look it up, www.dictionary.com. There at your fingertips. You can put any word in there you'd like and find out what it means.
Combat ships have redundant systems to survive warfare.
I want to...
In other words, backups.
That means you run to the store and redundantly they're out of toilet paper again.
My wife, she went over to New Jersey today to visit the elderly, you know, to kind of help out a little bit. And the lady wanted paper tissues, toilet tissues, little thing. And they went to the supermarket and could not find them.
I was in the grocery store tonight, and I just couldn't believe. I was in there the other day, and it was, you know, bad enough. But I figured, well, it's going to start getting better, maybe, you know, once the initial panic is over. No, man, it's like cans of soup, you know, the soup aisle, like bare, no bread anywhere. The spring water gone. It's like, oh my God, toilet paper and these people. I don't know what they think they're gonna do. I mean, it's, you know, like I mean, you know, with 3 inches of snow coming and they all buy eggs and milk and butter and they're gonna make French toast, but I don't know what you're gonna make with water, toilet paper, and bread. You know, it's not gonna taste very good.
Well, over the last couple different days, the wife went to Henning's and Landis's, and she said they had everything you need except for the paper products and the cleaning supplies. But anything else, they had it.
Yeah, Shady Maple was pretty well stocked too. You know, the wife went out there today and got a whole lot of meat and stuff that we wanted, but it's like I was at the Redner's tonight. I'm just like, I've never seen a grocery store so bare. I swear I didn't know any better. The place was going out of business.
Those ramen noodles aren't looking too bad now, aren't they? You know, them ramen noodles have done me a lot of good, man.
Yeah, they didn't even have any of those either. They were all gone too.
See, people bought the wrong things, man. They gotta buy dry goods.
I'm telling you, it's insanity. All the years I've been alive, I don't remember ever having a situation like this.
No, this is completely new. And they're going crazy for the bottled water, too. Like, what? Well, there's nothing wrong with the water. It's not going to stop flowing.
Yeah, but they're afraid that, you know, if they have to be stuck in the house, you know, they need water. Like if they bar you, man, weld the doors shut and all that kind of stuff.
It comes right out of the tap.
They're afraid that might be polluted.
Yeah, there might be viruses in the water.
Yeah.
I have a well.
Yeah, I'm on a well, so I ain't worried.
Well, you better be worried. Well, deep subject.
That's right. It's too deep for you, Bagger.
We had a well until it got filled with gasoline.
Who filled it with gasoline?
Yeah, right here on Egypt Road, years ago, it seeped all into there, so it's all looking fine now, but we switched over to city work.
What was it that leaked?
The gas pumps, I guess one of the tanks ruptured.
Underneath of the ground.
Yeah, they got rid of it then, but then they turned it into this car place.
Yeah, that used to be an old gas station, huh, Ron?
Yeah, I think that was it called something Oaks. I forget. I have to try to remember that one.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh yeah, his name was Bill that owned it.
That's it. Blame it on Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Damn it, Bill.
Bill's fault.
Him did it.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Him did it.
I guess it was his son, or whatever, they tried to
buy this house that I'm living in, the next door neighbor's house. They try to buy them all up so they can do whatever, you know?
You mean because of the spill?
Yeah.
You should have sold high, man. And when you got yourself one of them houses that sit 350 feet above sea level.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys, time is flying. I've been there almost 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been here 20. Hard to believe.
Yeah, and I remember when you moved there, and I followed a couple years later.
I got 12, and I'm going on 13.
Yeah, I'm at 13.
I'm at 16 here. Holy cow, 16.
My antenna's been up for, what, 13 years. That's the longest I've ever had an antenna up in one spot without taking it down or changing anything.
You should be quiet. That antenna here, you man, next thing you know, you'll be up there.
Oh, it needs work, and a couple of the elements need to be straightened. You know, I want to replace the coax. Seems like I never get around to changing it though. It's always something else has to be done first.
So, Pete, are you off now, or just what?
No, I'm staying up past my bedtime.
Yeah, be a rebel.
I got new radios to play with.
That's right. Show the people who the boss is around here.
Yo, Pete,
Yo, Ron.
did you go to Jerry's place down now?
I did.
You went to his basement?
No,
Oh, my God.
I've been there before.
Oh, you been in his basement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah, it's just an introduction in the beginning of the house, and then you get there.
Just like is this where the dead bodies are?
It starts in the garage. There's radios everywhere. Then you get into the house and look around, and there's radios everywhere. And then you get into the basement, and there's literally radios everywhere.
Sounds like Ralph.
You gotta go through the back door, and then there's more and more and more.
No, this is you can't compare this to Rolf. I mean, these are nice radios for the most part. All kinds of radios.
Jeez, his wife must be very patient. I know mine would throw me out.
Record players and, oh, my God.
He's got a problem. That's not no hobby, man. That's a problem.
Yeah, there's a 12-step plan for that.
What's he got, 1,000-foot, maybe 2,000-foot basement that's loaded?
Does he dust them and everything, polish them, or what's he do?
Depends on the status of the particular radio and its location. But then there's also the pole barn.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a problem. You know what, man? I got a few radios over here, and they sit there and fail without no warning. Like, the SBE didn't come on. The Motorola 500 didn't have audio coming out that was worthy. The microphone was crackling. I'm like, man.
You need to give them radios more love.
Yeah, you're right. Show some love. Skeeter, what about your stuff, man? Well, you can't expect Skeeter to still be there.
Sure you can.
No, you can't. How about it, Skeeter? See?
He just faded away.
But he did show up. I hadn't heard his voice in quite a long time.
Well, I mean, since we're all being, quarantined because of all this virus stuff and all, I mean, it's Great excuse to get back on the radio.
And it's not a bad idea. CB radio. Remember those snowy days, Bagger, when it'd be like 8, 10 inches of snow outside, you know, and you're home? Skip be coming in. You know, you sit down, you got yourself a little something to eat, you got your radio, man, it was bliss.
Oh, yeah. The 70s were full of days like that. Still love the winter time then. I didn't care it was cold outside because I was warm inside, cuddling up next to the two radios and the amplifier.
You had to force yourself to get up and go out there and shovel the pavement.
Oh, I didn't have to force myself. I was forced by the parental unit.
By the powers that be.
Get out there and shovel that driveway.
It used to be so much fun, man. And that Skip get to rolling in, man. You'd be sitting in front of your radio. I used to buy those bags of French fries and cook them in oil. You know, salt them down. And then set them in a bowl beside the radio. You know them French fries that you know, the little prefabricated French fries.
Prefabricated?
Yeah, they might have their little crinkles in them, or they might even be the straight ones, you know, the McDonald-looking ones. I'd buy a bag of them.
I think he's got a breaker out there in the distance.
Tell them to come on.
You breaking the channel out there? Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I heard a brownie.
What radio are you running tonight there, Ricky?
It's a Uniden PC66.
Hey, Roger, that rascal sounds smooth. Extra smooth.
Yeah, this was given to me.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah, I load this guy's truck and he goes to a lot of flea markets in Delaware. Picks up radios for cheap. He said a friend of his gave him this radio and he said it didn't work, but apparently it works.
It works, driver.
Speaking of work, I gotta get rolling because I got work coming 4 a.m. I gotta get up. So anyway, shortly here thereafter, that'll be the end of the video gate to be posted as soon as I conveniently can get it uploaded. But thanks for the fun on Classic Radio Roundup, running this glow-on-glass Shakespeare 740 Panasonic chassis high-level plate modulated radio.
Good night, neighbor.
Yeah, good to get the gauge going again. Good that you hang in there this time, too. So, hopefully, we can make a habit of this,
Hey, Pete, do the Emporium, the voodoo thing. Y'all do the little, the sponsors before you leave.
Brought to you by the 05 Amplifier Institute of Technology. If you got it, we can blow it up.
No. It's if you buy it, we can fry it.
That's right. And then Fred's what?
Fred's Discount Voodoo Emporium, where our motto is, if you want someone dead, come and see Fred.
I forgot all about our sponsorships.
And the ganja dipped, what was it?
Oh yeah, ganja dip, Grandma Jemima's ganja dip stainless steel voodoo doll needles.
Boy, you're out of practice.
You guys are rusty.
Yeah, pretty rusty. I'll have to go back and review the old video gates and get my lines back together.
Yeah, you should go back and review this, how well it was butchered.
And this part of Classic Radio Roundup was brought to you by the 05 Institute of Amplifier Repair and Design. And our motto is, if you can buy it, we can fry it.
That's right.
All right, you guys. Thanks for the fun. I gotta run. Countywide radio.
And Roger, right on.
Yeah, Roger there. Countywide. Good to hear you, man. Train. I'm back on the side. What causes those D1?
Gotta be a little, on either